Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Today I'm here with Dr. Flávio Melo. Thank you for joining us. And he is the Doctor of the Month, the Borderless Doctor of the Month. He is from Brazil as me. I am Dr. Renata Veloso. I'm currently ambassador. And I'm going to interview Dr. Flávio Melo to see how his experience with Curly has been going. So Dr. Flávio Melo, he's graduated from Paraíba Federal University in Brazil. And after that, he became pediatric at the Recife University. And he went back to Paraíba to practice pediatrics there. He has been doing pediatrics for more than 10 years now. He is also instructor for the neonatal resuscitation and also joined a telemedicine effort and pediatrics cardiology. And more recently, he has been joining a team that he is researching the Zika virus in Brazil in coordination with the NHS in the UK. So welcome, Dr. Flávio Melo, and I would like to thank you for being here and to know more about your practice in Brazil and Paraíba.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Renata. It's been a great experience with Curly, and I'm very pleased to be choosing the Doctor of the Month. And first, I'm a pediatrician for 11 years, and when I finished my studies at Recife, at IMIP, it's a hospital in Recife, I decided to get back to the inland of Paraíba, is a small city, to start a private practice first. But then I became connected with other services. So I'm a doctor for the state of Paraíba in a hospital near here, a city named Guarabira, where and now I practice there as a coordinator of this program of telemedicine in pediatric cardiology, and now we are working as a team with that the problem of microcephaly and Zika virus and arboviruses. And I'm an instructor of neonatal resuscitation and work in the neonatal unit in the capital of Paraíba, that is João Pessoa. I live in Bananeiras, a city in the inland, around 100 miles from João Pessoa, and then I have this 3 shared practice in the hospital, near here, in the capital, in neonatology, and in my private practice in a city neighbor from Bananeiras, where I live.
That's great. This is really unusual, right? Because I know we're having a lack of doctors in the inland of Brazil, especially in the Northeast. And for pediatrics, this is more true. So why did you move there, and how has been your life in the inlands of Paraíba?
So it's a search for quality of life first, and then it has been in the beginning. It was like very challenging, because we have here, even in the private practice, we have few resources. But then I think now, 11 years after, and we see a lot of clients, that this was the thing I first thought when I finished my work at Recife. I came here for helping people, and then helping my family too with quality of life, the quality that we don't have a lot in the big cities here. And now for these things of life, I became maybe more connected with science and with telehealth, telemedicine that I ever thought. And now having good internet here, I think I'm near from every place of the world. I have the knowledge here at my hand. I think that. So I don't regret to came into a small city, because everything connected really connected. The quality of life that I searched and the science that I didn't want it to lose.
That's awesome. And I would like to know, why did you join Curly, and how has been your experience with the app?
So someday I was surfing in the net, and I'm really interested in medicine and the future of medicine. So I'm a very technology fan, and I really think that technology can help us, and even in medicine and health sciences, it's a reality. It's not future anymore. But I was surfing someday, and I found some kind of post about your post in a TI medicine blog here, and then yes, and then I got in contact with Curly, and I immediately I joined the project, and it's a great experience, and I think that has to be expanded here, because it gives response to a lot of problems we have here in Brazil, mainly the problem with the people to getting good advice, qualified advice in health.
And did you find it easy to give advice through your mobile phone? And how has been this? Is this easy or difficult to give advice using your phone?
Oh, I think it's very easy. It's everywhere, and the functionality of the program, it's great. The only problem, it's they are very smart users, so there's not always easy questions, but we can overcome these. I think it's better for them to ask these questions for us than for the doctor Google.
Yes. And can you tell us an example of the type of advice you have been giving using Curly? What type of questions you get?
It's a lot of themes. Truly, it's very challenging for us to, mainly in the pediatric field, that it's a very broad area. So there are questions from newborns to teenagers of 18 years old. So someday a teenager asked me about gray hair, and the other time it was some afflicted fathers, afflicted parents with children with a very severe problem of the biliary tract, biliary atresia, and then I gave some advice, and they feedback to me that this advice helped them to decide for a surgery that saved the life of the boy. So it's very challenging, this work. But just to do an example, today I asked the question about the problems with microwaving foods. So using microwave to heat foods for children. This mother was worried about it. Yes, it's difficult, but it's a very important question, because it's about the problem with endocrine disruptors and some chemicals that are released in the packaging of these microwave foods.
And you, as a doctor from the inlands of Brazil and now a doctor of the world, helping people all over the world, how do you see the future of medicine? How do you think technology can help us giving a better care for our patients?
I think technology, it's coming to a point. It's like the Internet of Things and the wearable devices that will help a lot, mainly with chronic patients. Imagine a diabetic patient that installs some biosensor in the skin, and didn't have anymore to do some painful procedures to monitor his glucose, and can in the smartphone download by Wi-Fi or Bluetooth the readings to his doctor, and his doctor can monitorize in his office without needing this patient to go there to control the medication and diet of this patient. So I think for us as doctors, the devices that can do diagnosis with the help of the technology are very important. So just exemplifying this in this thing of microcephaly, for example, or Zika, our team is thinking about some kind of portable lab and some kind of interaction with the smartphone to give better results and monitoring the patients, the symptoms of the patients with the cities affected. So it's like you can see some similar project in the United States. That's the Flu Near You project. It's from a person, a doctor of our team, that people in the smartphone report symptoms of flu, and so they can monitorize the cases in the whole United States. It's a project for a startup from Pernambuco named EpiTrack. So imagine we are trying to do some adaptation for this project to the Zika problem, the chikungunya, Zika, and dengue problem here. So I think it's a field we don't know where we are gonna reach, but in the pediatric cardiology area, we are working with telemedicine, where a doctor or a nurse can put the echocardiography machine in 400 kilometers from the capital of Paraíba in the chest of the baby, and a pediatric cardiology in Recife see the images and guide them to doing this echocardiography and trying to diagnose congenital cardiac problems. So we are now using these technologies.
This is really, really very interesting. Okay, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next month with the next Borderless Doctor of the Month. Thank you for joining us, and see you later. Thank you, Dr. Flávio.
Thank you, Renata.